Saturday. Today I want to talk about something very important. If you're going to buy a piece of equipment, and it's about loans, and it's also about what I did with my son and what you could do with your kids or yourself or your spouse or whoever's family member to teach them or how to build their credit, okay? It's very important. No one teaches you this stuff, all right? Here's the deal. I've ordered a new machine for my son. It's right about $56,000. I'm going to write a check for about $14,000 down payment. $1,000 was good enough, but I wanted the payment to be around $800 and change, okay? So, it's ordered, everything's done. Now, I could write a check for the rest of the machine, but I'm going to get a loan on the machine. Reason why I'm getting a loan? A couple of reasons. One thing you can do if you get a loan on a machine on your taxes, I'm not a tax consultant guy, whatever, particularly you could depreciate the machine, the whole value, or depreciate it out. Also, the interest is tax deductible on the machinery. But consult your accountant for all that info. Don't look at me for that, all right? I'm not an accountant. But that's how it generally works for me. But typically through all the years, I've written a check, cash for all the machines, everything I've ever bought, except for houses and stuff. I look at financing and loans as a tool, all right? I don't depend on them, but it's a tool for me. All right, I use it to my advantage. When you get your credit so good, people want to throw money at you, okay? You're not begging anybody, but you got to be careful, all right? So I've ordered the new machine. There's some delays. It should be here in November. But here's the catch. I need to let you guys know that have big equipment or even smaller stump grinder you're getting ready to buy, and you go to the dealer and he said, oh yeah, we got different financing programs to help you out. Beware of the loan, all right? So when I went there to Bobcat, he said, oh, you paying the whole thing? No, I'll probably finance or whatever. It wasn't maybe 30 minutes, an hour later, I get a call from a finance company that said, oh, yeah, we specialize in this. I said, okay. Let me ask you some questions, I asked her. Now, she's wanting to ask me questions and stop. Let me ask you some questions. What's the interest rate? She tells me. I don't know, it was 5 point change. That's okay. Not concerned about it. Is the interest up front or done all the way through, kind of like an auto loan? She's like, oh. I said, I'll tell you what. Here's another question. If I borrow this money, let's say it's $56,000, I'll put $1,000 down on the machine, so it's $55,000, and I want to pay it off in 1 year. Can I do this? Is there a penalty? She says, no, you can pay it off, but you still owe us all the interest. So no matter what I did, paid off that loan, 1 month later, I still owe them, I think it was like, it was over $5,600 I owed them in interest. All right, it was a 5-year note, somewhere like that. So I said, even, okay, pay it off in 6 months from now, or a year from now, or it's a 5-year note, I pay it off 2 years from now. Yeah, I'm sorry, you still owe us the full amount of interest. Okay, I'll call you back. She goes, okay, no problem, and we'll get back with you. Of course, they're calling me, and I'm not even answering. So I decided to reach out to my local bank and ask for basically under a construction loan. I says, hey, let me talk to you about a construction loan. The guy that's supposed to call me back never calls me back. He's in la-la land, all right? They're on commission-based, and some of these guys suck at their job, to be honest with you. So then I call up another company, and you'll see them in the tree trades and stuff like that. And I asked them about their loan, and it was a little more expensive. It was 5.9%, but that's all right. I'm not really concerned about interest too much because I'm going to tell you why. I said, what about the loan itself? Is the interest, no matter what I do, I got to pay for that interest? He said, no, it's just like a car loan, whatever can I pay this loan off in a year without a penalty? Yes, but we would like you to keep it at least a year because, they borrow the money themselves, it's like a bank, right? It's just a finance company for equipment. I said, all right, that's understandable. Because if I borrow it, I'll pay it off a year, year and a half, something like that. She goes, yes. So 1-page application. So far, everything's been great. I filled it out. It wasn't no pain in the neck. I asked him this trick question. I says, can I put my son down as a co-borrower? She goes, yeah. Now, here's the part of the video for you guys that got kids or you're older, got grandkids. This is very important, all right? When my son turned 15 and a half, the legal age to work somewhere to get a paycheck, worked at McDonald's to start with, you know, the fast food garbage, and worked with me on the weekends. But what I did was I went to my credit union. And you can go to a credit union. Credit unions are great for this. But if you don't have a credit union, you can go to a small town bank or whatever. They won't tell you about this. This is called a secured loan. So my son had like $1,000. I said, can he borrow $1,000? And he's got $1,000 in his savings account. You just lock it, secure it, and make auto payments out of it. The loan officer said, oh yeah, they can do that. It'd be basically like a signature loan, but it's secured credit. So it's the interest rate's just a hair a little higher or whatever. I said, okay, no problem, no problem. Interest rate was so low. So he did that. Now it takes 6 months of making payments for it to finally start getting reported to the credit agency. So he would do a year loan, right? Loan's paid off. As soon as it's paid off, I knew because I went to the credit union and I would always check. It may cost him maybe $75 in interest or less than that. Don't count me on it. I don't have the numbers in front of me. To have the auto completed that loan because it was auto payment. Never had to worry about missing a payment. As soon as it was done being paid off, he was 16 and a half years old. I told the banker, I said, do it again. Son went in there, signed the papers, did it again. Year later, that loan's paid off. By the time my son was 18 and a half years old, he's got this is rounded off, like around a 750 credit score, okay? So, for doing nothing, it was on auto payments. That same amount that stayed there, it kept auto pay. All I would do is, near the end of the loan, I would look on there what the next payment is, what the balance was, throw whatever the interest was that was depleting the account, throw it in there, and it would complete the loan, paid off. And it was always reported. So from the time he was 15 and a half years old, he's already building credit. So on this equipment loan I just ordered, I put him down as a co-borrower. Why? Because it's a large, expensive piece of equipment. I'll be paying it through my company. He'll be getting credit for it. Right? So that later on, when I'm out of the business, he can walk in and have rapport with this equipment company and get another loan for it. And another real reason for it is, this is like a little game him and I are going to play. I'm going to teach him the game. Pay off the equipment actually very fast. And that's what we'll do. I could write a check for it. Not bragging or anything, it's just because I put money aside for equipment and stuff like that. So I could write a check for it, but that wouldn't benefit him. All right? So the real reason I'm doing this is one thing for the future about buying equipment. Number two is 2 years from now, I want him to be able to buy a home. So I need him to have that credit history continually going up. We'll pay off that machine quite quickly, and he'll have a spotless credit again. It'll be probably in the 800s, and he'll be able to walk in the bank and walk out with a mortgage, like I did years ago. I've owned, I can't tell you how many homes I've owned, and they've all been paid off. I always played a game. What I would do is, a lot of people don't know about this, and a lot of people do. Some of you are going to say, well, this is stupid. Everybody should know. But a lot of people don't know it. Say if you have a house loan or even a car loan, you could go on a site called bankrate.com, put in what your balance is, what your interest rate and all, and print it out. And it's called amortization schedule. That means it's a schedule that's going to show you what your interest is, what your principal is what's left on the loan, right? Interest is what you're paying the bank, all right? And it comes across, and every time you make a payment, it will tell you what your balance will be, right? So when you make extra payments on something, you're cheating the bank out of that interest payment, and you're paying off the loan faster. You can go on this site and play with the numbers. Just play with it. Like, what if I pay an extra $25 a month? What if I even pay an extra $10 a month towards my mortgage or my car or whatever? How soon will it be paid off? That's what you want to do. And by playing that game, your credit goes up. You get added debt. You don't have a big ass monkey hanging off your shoulder with a hammer hitting you in the head that you feel every day from debt. All right? So debt can be good and debt can be bad. There's a guy out there, Dave Ramsey. If you're in hock up to your rear end and your wife and you or just don't know what's going on, listen to it. He's got a radio program, buy the CD, buy the book, whatever, but do it. Buy the book. Just do it as a team. Honestly, my wife's terrible with money. But I set a household budget on the household expenses, food, a gas bill, electric bill, or whatever. She pays out of that. Whatever is left, she can go, burn in the street. I don't care. But all the other money, I handle it. So that way we have money. Because in each family, there's somebody that's a spender and somebody is a saver. All right? I'm the saver. My wife calls me King Midas. She says, anything I touch turns to gold. Look, I'm wearing gold today. And that's really not true. It's just because I have a mindset that I built that way. I read books about it. I watch programs about money. I watch YouTube about money. Money. I like money. It's just a thing to me. And it's not about being a baller or anything like that. It's just about security, truly. I like to know that no matter what happens, my hot water heater breaks, my whatever breaks, I just go out and buy another one, I could actually own a Ferrari or Maserati, and I don't have one. This should be a Shelby Mustang GT500 behind me, but it's not. It's a V6 one. I bought it. I fixed it. It's in the videos how I did it. It's worth more than I paid for it. It's just I buy things that people have bought. Everything from wintertime, I buy chainsaws. I buy stuff from people that buy stuff, and they buy it out of impulse. Later on, winter comes, they can't make their payments. I just says, hey, if you don't want it or whatever, I'll buy it for whatever. Sometimes I get some magnificent deals, and then I just wait a month or two or whatever and sell it, make some money, or my brother sells it for me. He's the king of sales for me. And, I flip cars and stuff. I flip anything. I don't care what it is, and I just like the deal. Like Trump did, the art of the deal. I like the deal, My brother does the salesman part for me. I do I front the money or find the deal. I sent him in as the closer. He's shrewd and crude. Sometimes I have to close my eyes. I was like, God, you can't offer that guy that. How could he take that? The guy goes, okay, I'll take it. I'm like, I can't believe you bought it for that. And he just smiles at me. He goes, hey, I didn't make the guy sell it. I just said it. If you want it, we got cash. If you don't want it, it's fine. So anyway, remember the deal for your kids, all right, about doing secured loans. Think about it, talk to your banker about it, and beware about the loan officer at your bank. They don't know everything. They don't. They really don't. You know your little story too? I used to be on the credit board. When I was a young man, I was really good with money, and they came up to me and asked me, would you like to be on the board? What board? Well, once a week you got to come in, and if a loan officer can't make a loan, you and 3 to 4 other people sit down and for 1 hour go through these loans and say the last yes or no. I said, well, sounds like it's right up my alley. So I did. I would go, I don't know if it was Tuesday, Thursday, whatever. I would go in the morning, sit down, go to the meeting, review stuff. It's terrible. The people that everybody said, oh, he's balling. Did you see that new truck? Did you see his boat? Did you see this? Did you see his motorcycle? Did you see his house? I have to keep my mouth shut because when you're on that board, you can't say that. I'm thinking to myself, did you all see what I saw? He's stepping on a banana peel. One more step and the guy slides off to the mountain, So the guy passing you, you're in your old work truck or whatever, and he's passing you in that shiny BMW, like to say, he ain't the rich guy. A lot of the rich guys are driving and they're wearing working clothes like we are. And I want you to be the guy that's wearing work clothes and be the rich guy. I want to help you become the rich guy. Not rich like Donald Trump rich or Jeff Bezos or the guy, Elon Musk rich. I'm a billionaire. Whatever. No. There's no reason why a blue-collar man cannot be a millionaire in today's society. All it takes is learning a little knowledge, dedication, and to stop, think about this, pass it on your kids. Is it a need or is it a want? If your kid wants something so damn bad, say, think about it overnight. Let me know in the morning. And do that yourself too. When you're at the dealership and the guy's pressuring you, hey man, you want this truck? Yeah, we'll do this deal. We'll get you. And when I says, I'll be back. Let me think about it tonight. He don't want to let you out of that dealership because he knows you're not going to come back. Because he knows when you sleep on it, you're going to say, somebody's going to pop up on your shoulder and say, I don't think you should do it. And the other guy on the other side of the shoulder said, yeah, do it. This guy's going to hit you and say, I don't think you should do it. Always listen to the guy that's telling you, don't do it. That's your inner conscience telling you, don't do it. You know you can't afford it, okay? There's no shame, all right? Same thing. Don't go out and buy a big piece of equipment. Start small like I do. Work your way up, right? If you do buy something that's good. Second of all is this. Have a purpose. If it's a lawnmower, chainsaw, trailer, dump trailer, I don't care what it is, tools to work on, use them to get out of debt, all right? Out of debt is king. Anyway, remember, if you didn't learn something new today, you must be dead. God bless you. See you in the next one.